basically I've come on live because I'm struggling with my mental health today. I am tired, I'm struggling, I'm fatigued all day. Obviously I've had a bath to kind of self-care myself, and now I'm kind of sitting here in my pajamas waiting for people to come on so we can have a chat and chill, and obviously hopefully have a laugh, because I just can't deal with any more tiredness and fatigue all the time and everything else. I just need some help to boost my energy and have a good laugh with me, because I just can't anymore. I'm tired and just have not coped with the whole day today. So once people start coming in, please do say hello, and obviously we will have a chat and a chill, and probably everyone can see that I'm not or hear that I'm kind of not myself today. Yeah, I'm very struggling with my mental health. My anxieties are massively high today. My depression, I just want to sleep all day and just don't want to do anything today. So it's just been a bit of a horrible, moody day. So yeah, whoever's on, please say hello, and obviously we can have a chill and a chat of, you know, how I'm feeling and how we can have a laugh and a chat in the chats. Obviously I've had, you know, just self-cared for myself and just had a bath and chilled, and now I'm in my pajamas, so you'll see me do my live in my pajamas today. So hello, how are you? Oh, at least that's good, that's good. Just come on live to chat with people, because it makes me feel a bit more better in myself when I'm talking to people. And obviously I don't look good, because obviously, you know, being in my jammies is not a good look, is it really? But everyone kind of goes live in their jammies sometimes when they're having their off days, I guess. Yeah, share my live out, just show some likes, show some love hearts, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It is late here, yeah. Well, it's not that late at the moment, but obviously I'm just here to have a bit of fun, a chill time, do you know what I mean? Just have a bit of a laugh, because my my anxieties and depression has really hit me quite badly today. So I probably will hopefully have a good night's sleep tonight, because that's probably what my issue is that probably needing a good night's sleep. Hello, come in, say hello. Obviously, just talking about, obviously I'm having a bit of a anxiety day and depression day, so just come in, say hello, chill out, make me laugh, so that makes me feel a bit better. Obviously tomorrow I will be doing a mental health panel, so if anybody is interested in seeing my mental health panel, please come in and share your mental health problems yourself. Obviously I'll be showing some videos of how depression works and how, you know, we can cope with it and everything else. So yeah, if you're interested in that, then please, everyone's welcome to that one, because it will be on panel. Come in, say hello. Obviously I'm having some issues with obviously my anxieties and depression today, so just needing a good laugh and chat with people makes me feel a bit better when I'm talking to people. Hello, come in, say hello, come chat with me, make me laugh, makes me feel a bit better when I'm struggling. Say hello in the comments, whoever's here, so I know who's here. It's quite slow at the beginning, and then it picks up after a while when people notice that I'm on. So yeah, whoever comes on. Mr. Black Wolf, how are you doing? No, I'm kind of a little bit struggling. I'm struggling today, so yeah, just everything's just got on top of me today, so I'm just struggling with my anxieties and my depression today. So if anyone can just come in, make me laugh, have a good... Yeah, just want, you know, everything's all just caught up with me yesterday, kind of caught up with me yesterday with like being overwhelmed with cleaning, washing, you know, cooking dinners and obviously everything else. You know, I just get so fatigue and tired all after, you know, the weekend. It's just unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, just show some love to me. Say, you know, obviously I missed some lives last night because I just needed to kind of, yeah, definitely. I wish I had some of that energy. It'd be nice to have some of those, you know, that full energy that they have. But yeah, if you can obviously, like, yeah, they're always got energy, but energy bunnies. Yeah, definitely. They're just, yeah, all the time. Yeah, and obviously they drain you properly anyway, because kids are kids, aren't they? You never slow down, like, never ever. Especially when you're a single mom, they just don't stop. Exactly. I think everyone kind of wants that kind of energy back. Do you know what I mean? When we were kids, we were like running. You know, now I can see where obviously our parents are saying the same thing to us. Will you slow down? You're gonna hurt yourself. Yeah, I have obviously five children, and I do it on my own. Yeah, definitely. We always, yeah. I think we, you know, all kids keep their parents ragged. Three boys. Whoa. Obviously, I've got two boys, and they've got ADHD and autism, and they don't sleep as they should. So I'm completely ragged over it all. But I'm quite lucky because obviously I do homeschool my children, so I can do homeschooling start at any time, so I can chill as and when. You know, we won't be doing um, full-time schooling because homeschooling is to kind of get them to understand home life and you know, get them to understand where all these problems start and stuff like that. You know, you just got to learn them to understand the life rules, because the schools don't. They just learn them like English, maths, and everything else. It's just like, what's the point in that when they've got to learn life skills? And they're not learning life skills at school, are they? They're just like learning all these subjects. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, definitely. So it's just better that, you know, they're home schooled and I can just um, learn them at home, and you know they're obviously still learning English, maths, and the subjects, but I'm only doing those kind of subjects as and when I want to, but they're learning their life skills while they're at home learning as well. So but yeah, if anyone can obviously share my live out, obviously show some likes, so show some love. understand where I'm coming from, where I'm so frustrated. I'm just so tired all the time. I just feel like I'm just completely drained today, because obviously with the boys having ADHD and autism, and you know, probably some other stuff as well, you know, when they don't sleep when they should, and obviously people need their sleep to get over depression, anxieties and stuff like that. Yeah, sometimes I just wish I could just fall asleep and just not wake up for days. Do you know what I mean? That's how fatigued I physically am. Yeah, definitely. I need a Mary Poppins. I need somebody to come and help. Sometimes. So how's everybody else's day been? How are you all doing? What's the weather been like over? Am I missing out on nice hot weather? Oh no, really? Hope you didn't do nothing badly. Oh, so it's been dismissed. Oh, that's good. Sounds good. Come into the chat, say hello. Oh wow. I don't like court cases, do you know what I mean? Obviously that Queen Simon's one, I've obviously put some videos up about it and stuff like that, but obviously I'm waiting for like the other one. Yeah, court cases can be very, very heavy, do you know what I mean? I hate courts, you know. I hate I hate being around crowds of people, do you know what I mean? I don't like it myself. So yeah, come in, say hello. Obviously I'm struggling with obviously anxiety and depression at the moment, but you know, it's probably because, you know, probably just needing a good sleep and just a chilled night. But obviously I have missed a couple of people's lives, and I don't mean to, because obviously um I was just resting, because yesterday was a bit overwhelmed for me yesterday. I felt really, really tired last night as well. I came on live last night as well to have a good chat with everyone. But it just got to kind of like 11:30 at night, and I just thought, oh my god, I'm just so tired. I just need to come off this live and just chill and go to bed. Yeah, obviously, yeah, it affects you badly if you don't get no kind of sleep or anything like that. Um, like I obviously said in on panel the other day, with obviously the depression and anxiety. I think it was a mental health one, wasn't it? Yeah, if you don't get enough sleep and you don't rest yourself, the mental health and anxieties just hit you quite hard, and it hits you very instantly as well. Because today I'm a zombie today, but tomorrow, if I'm resting, I will be completely like wide awake and everything else by tomorrow. Yeah, definitely. I definitely need some sort of good sleep, but it's a bit difficult because obviously with the boys and everything else, I don't know what kind of day that they will have their rest days, or they all fall asleep, or they have their I obviously I have something to make me sleep. Obviously when the boys are asleep at a reasonable time, obviously I will take a sleeping tablet to kind of keep me asleep up until I have to get up. Um, but obviously I can't take them. I can't take them sleeping tablets if they're not asleep, because obviously if anything happens to obviously one of my boys, I will be liable for that, because obviously I'm parent responsibility. So I would be liable for that if like one of them fell down the stairs and I didn't hear or anything like that. Then obviously I would be liable for that. So I kind of need to make sure that my boys are asleep before I can take a sleeping tablet, which is a pain. But obviously my boys haven't slept well in weeks. This is why I'm kind of like live on people's lives, because my boys are not sleeping, and obviously I'm awake anyway. So exactly. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously me being a single parent, and obviously me being having to make sure that they sleep for at least couple of hours just to wake up and restart all over again. So they kind of need some sort of sleep as well. So because sometimes when I'm on live on other people's lives, I'm kind of like I'm actually upstairs with my boys trying to get them to sleep. But obviously that's only when I'm not obviously talking to on lives. Then obviously um, I'm sometimes upstairs. That's why I'm like messaging on the chat. It's quite funny really, but yeah. Yeah, come into the chat, say hello. Obviously, I'm struggling today with fatigue, anxiety, depression. Hello, you're right. It's good to see you. Sorry I missed your live last night. I was so overwhelmed yesterday. I just needed to like have a bit of a break from being on lives, on late lives. Oh, thank you very much. Needed that. Obviously, I'm not looking my greatest self because obviously I've had my bath and just got into my pajamas and just chilled. Because obviously it's quite late, obviously here in the UK, so I've just got into my pajamas quite early. Oh, thank you so much. I tried to be. I'm just so, I'm just so tired. It's unbelievable. Yeah, at the end of the day, I have these like chilled chats because what's the point in having all these other chats and stuff like that? Because obviously I have been on live on my panel to do you know, listen to music and just chill, but obviously it made me quite too chilled, and I almost fell asleep on that one. But I thought, oh gosh, you know, I'm live, I can't go, I can't go sleep. It's just like a bit of a, you know, chilled out music one, do you know what I mean? So hello, you right? Just having a bit of a struggle-ish time today. Sorry I missed the live last night. Yeah, to show some likes, show some love. Obviously share my live out. Obviously whoever's new here, then please do subscribe to my channel. Obviously I do post different things, because obviously I did put a, what was it, what's it like living with anxiety and depression. Thank you very much. Yeah, what's it like on a daily basis of living with anxiety and depression. Obviously I did a video of that, because that is totally how people feel and everything else. Obviously I'm doing a mental health panel tomorrow, so if anybody can join in that, then I'll be very, very grateful, because obviously I'll be doing some videos and some slides of how it all works and everything else. So yeah, if anybody can come up and talk to me about things, then I'll be very grateful on that one. That's cool. Yeah, obviously it's just obviously how the brain works when you've got anxieties and depression, and how it all functions, and how you all fit when you feel at your lowest and you struggle so badly with it. It's, yeah, it gets to that point where you just need some time out of absolutely everything. But going live for me helps me out with obviously feeling a little bit better. So it's just, that's why I've come kind of live on my channel, because it helps me out. So yeah, whoever comes in to the chat, say hello, throw some likes, throw some love. Obviously subscribe to my channel. Obviously you'll see different lives that I will do, but obviously today I'm kind of just struggling with obviously anxieties and depression. And hopefully tonight, my boys are tired, so it's caught up with them, so I'm hoping that we'll get a good sleep, and hopefully I can get a sleeping tablet in me to get me to have a bit of a rest as well. So if anyone's kind of got any lives going on tonight, you might not see me there again today, because obviously I just need that rest to rebump my energy levels. So yeah, hopefully. How's everybody's day been? Obviously I've heard about Mr. Blackwell's day, but how's everybody else's day been? What's the weather like over where you are? It's been hot, warm, been really cold here because obviously we had that storm over yesterday. It's been a bit gloomy here, a bit cold. Up to the 80s. I wish we got the temperatures up to that sort of. I really can't, fallish. Full day. Oh, bless you. Is it still warm over there though? You got the AC on. Wish I had some AC on. Well, I wish I had my heating blasting, but my heating's a bit crap in my house anyway. Does your winters get really cold then? Does it, or do they kind of stay kind of mild and? Oh wow, really? Because in the UK we can get like to zero degrees. Do you know what I mean? It's really crap over here. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause... Hello April, how are you? Yeah, I've got it going on. Basically, just yeah, struggling with it today. Really badly struggling with it. You get heavy snow and ice. Whoa, really? Oh, that's when you were young. Oh, okay, when you were growing up. Yeah, we in the UK we kind of had that kind of weather. We used to have like snow and stuff like that. But we don't really get much snow anymore. We kind of just get really cold nights, and frosty days and stuff like that. Hello everybody. Just yeah, just throw some likes, throw some love. Subscribe to my channel and you'll see lives where I'm having a good time and having no anxiety issues and stuff like that, but you will get better lives. It's just today I'm just struggling with it. You got more ice than snow. Oh really? Yeah. Well, ice and snow don't really go together though, do they really? So if it's too icy, then the what's it called? The gritters are out. That's what we call them. We call them gritters, so I don't know if that's what you call them in the US, where they put in sand on the floor to kind of stop it from really, really getting icy and cars slipping. Oh, really? Whoa. Yeah, because obviously, because we get gritters and they lay the kind of the salt. I think it's salt that they lay down because of like the ice can really get really badly here. So that's why I hate winter. Hate hate the autumn, winter time. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, they salt the yeah. It's only kind of when obviously it's a frosty, if it ends up being a frosty night or anything like that, and then it gets icy in the mornings, then obviously they go around and they just make sure that they've um, sorted it all out and everything. So yeah, the cars don't slip on the road. Yeah, only when it's like a really cold night, then yeah, they'll be out a lot. But then when it does snow, they're out every single night just to like um, lay the salt down, because it's really bad in the UK. Because sometimes it can get really bad in the UK with having salt and frost and everything else. Um, so yeah, that's probably why I like doing homeschooling, because then I'm not kind of out in the cold and can't handle that. Yeah, definitely that. Yeah, it can make horrible scratches along the cars and along the wheel bits, and yeah, it's not nice. Yeah, I know it does. Yeah, because obviously, when I had a car, used to be really bad on the roads and stuff like that. So basically, when I had an MOT done, I had to get the whole of the wheel bit all all sorted, because it was just completely rusted. Oh, thank you very much for coming and seeing me. And thank you for the actual prayers of of obviously struggling with my anxieties and depression. I know I've got it. It's just obviously today I just yeah, I'm not, I'm struggling with it today, but I've got it. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely understand. You're at work, so it's all good. It's good to seeing you here, and thank you for coming, and thank you for your prayer. that's what I mean. It's kind of, that's how I feel. Sometimes I just have so much going on in my head and wanting to get things done and everything else, but then obviously when the children are around you and they want this done, they want that done, they want something else done and everything else, it just grabs you, and it doesn't get me angry or anything like that, because I don't have that anger in me anymore, because I used to have real bad anxiety and depression and postnatal depression, anger problems, but I don't get that no more. So I'm coping with that, so I'm very, very good with that. Yeah, if no one sees me on any kind of lives or coming over to the lives and talking, then obviously you know that I'm asleep, resting, or anything like that. But obviously I am gonna obviously be at the mental health one, or is it Thursday that we do that one? Yeah, I'll be definitely do at the mental health one, because I, you know, yeah, I'll be definitely at the mental health one, because obviously with me having um struggled today, obviously I can share that with people, how I felt and how I kind of get out of how I struggle. Yeah, take obviously. I still got to send you these links, haven't I? Yeah, yeah. I'll definitely send you over the links of some of the ones that I'm going to be using tomorrow on how to cope and how it functions in the brain and other things. I've even got videos to show you as well. So I'll yeah, I've got quite a lot. Great, thanks for coming. Obviously it is scheduled. It's going to be 8 o'clock UK time, so I believe that's, what time's that over you? 8, about 2 o'clockish in the afternoon, maybe, I think. Is it 2, 3 o'clock? Around that sort of time anyway. But yeah, it's going to be 8 p.m. Tomorrow. It's already scheduled, so if you want to just go and get the notifications, make sure that you kind of have that. Yeah, yeah. um if you can't, obviously if you can't make it, then that's absolutely fine. It's going to be obviously on my channel anyway. But yeah, obviously I'll be showing quite a lot of slides, what it does to you, the do's and the don'ts of it all, just absolutely everything. So yeah, like I said, I've got quite a lot on it, and I'm experienced of it and everything else. Like today, I'm struggling with it, but I still kind of have that um, knowledge of knowing how to cope with it all. So yeah, just throw some likes, throw some love my way. Um, yeah, subscribe to my channel, and hopefully everyone will be at my mental health. Oh, that's great. Thank you very much. Obviously that will be on panel as well, so if anyone wants to come up and help me on panel, I'll be very grateful if somebody comes up and kind of helps me on that one. I'll be very grateful for that. Obviously I'll be sharing the link anyways for people to come up and share their how they feel and how they cope with it all, and so much more. That'd be great. Obviously I'll throw the link up in the chats, and then if when people want to come up, then they can just come up and help me with the panel. Hopefully I'll be feeling a bit more better tomorrow. But yeah, obviously, you know, when people do say, you know, I've got this, yeah, I know I've got it, but obviously I've got to keep on top of it and everything else. Because obviously strategies of doing housework, you know, cleaning house and everything else, it just goes out of the window, because you just haven't got that energy to do all those things, because there's just nothing there to kind of say anything. So yeah. The problem is when I do know that I'm struggling with it, that's when I do kind of need to speak out, because that's how people know that I'm having a bit of a bad day and having a real crappy day with it. But lately it's just today I just plummeted today. It was just one of them days I just didn't want to do anything. I didn't want any of the any issues, no nothing. That I just didn't want it. Do you know what I mean? So I have just basically just left myself to be me, and obviously my children know when I kind of need that space. They kind of know that I need it. So obviously my two eldest ones take over from the little ones, so I can have that bit of a space to kind of get to where I need to be. It's difficult when you've got little ones, because you're trying to cope with obviously having your down day and having to cope with your anxiety and your depression and everything else. You kind of got to put that to the back of your head to kind of look after the little ones. But then as soon as like you do have that little bit of a downtime, it's kind of, it all flutters in your head and you overthink things. You start thinking real crappy stuff and everything else. So it just opens that bubble, like I was explaining on your live. it just opens that massive big bubble that you've controlled for for a little while, and then it just bursts. So, but it's not burst. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm okay, but then it's opening up. So it's got to that point where it's just opening up, and obviously I've just got to get that kind of like the little bit of hold to like latch back on again. Do you know what I mean? But I think if I just have a good night's sleep, chilled night, um, I'll probably end up being back to who the bubbly person that I am. Do you know what I mean? At the moment, I'm just at that point today because I've struggled yesterday and struggled today. It's just got on top of me, so I'm just struggling with it. I think we all get those days, don't we? We kind of, I think everyone has those kind of days, and we kind of like got to deal with them in a situation of how we cope with them. But today, obviously, I just couldn't function well. I couldn't be that person today. Do you know what I mean? So today, obviously, people, I'm happy that I've come on live to talk to people about what's going on and how I'm feeling today, because obviously it helps me out massively. So, but yeah, hopefully tomorrow's live will be me back to my normal bubbly person, so personality, not in my jammies. But obviously, yeah, I've had some time out, had a bath, chilled just a little bit tonight, and obviously I'm feeling okay, but still not 100%, if you know what I'm saying. I'm like kind of sort of today, I held back so much. I held back to want to scream. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say, but I just wanted to scream that anger out of me. But I controlled that to say, actually, no, don't get yourself so overwhelmed. You've got this, and you can control how you are feeling, and you do not need to scream it out, because screaming it out actually doesn't help. It actually makes you more frustrated. With anxiety and depression, um, when you do kind of have that anger time, it's kind of, you go out and have a walk, you have a bit of fresh air, you go on a cycling ride, or you go out in your car just to get a bit of fresh air inside you. But if you go out there, if you stay indoors, you're just in your four walls, you're just gonna make yourself go crazy. And today I just had to go out and have a bit of fresh air, calm myself down, and control the scream, because that's how I was actually feeling today. I wanted just to scream my heart out, but I kind of like said, no, you've got this, and you go out and you get some fresh air, you have a walk, you go, either go for a run, or you listen to chilled out music or something like that. Do you know what I mean? And obviously you communicate obviously I had to communicate with obviously my eldest to say I just need that little bit of time, just to calm myself down and relax and not scream my head off, because I'm telling you, up today I was just at that point where I was wanting to come on live and actually scream down on live, so you all knew that I was so frustrated inside. Because that's how I felt, is that I was so frustrated that I just wanted to really scream. And to be honest, I kind of didn't want to upset my children at the same time of doing that and other things. So I kind of had to take deep breaths in, take and out, count up to a certain amount of times, and a couple of times I did that, and I kind of like relaxed and everything else. So obviously that's when I talked to my eldest to say I need to go for a walk to get some fresh air and get some time for me, because when you're a single parent you don't get that single time by yourself, because I do it all for my children, and then as soon as I overwhelm myself with doing absolutely everything, it just gets to that point where I just want to burst, and I just don't want to do it. And then obviously my house just gets a mess, and obviously the structure just goes out, and the kids start messing around and everything else. They don't listen, they don't want to know you. But then obviously, with having that time by myself, I just needed that space. And that's kind of this is kind of what you need when you have really build up anxieties and depression. You've got to learn to cope with the frustration of it. Sometimes my coping mechanism is high. Sometimes my coping abilities are very low. And I don't know if you know this, but obviously if you scream, you shout and everything else, it takes so much energy, and then you end up just being completely drained and everything else. But I'm drained as it is, so I don't need to be more drained to where I am, where I just want to sleep all the time, because I can't do that. Not when obviously I've got my two boys and everything else. So the coping mechanism in me, yes, I know how to cope better with it, because I've had it for the problem is because I've had anxieties and depression for so long, I know how to deal with it, and I know how to function with it. Well, not function, to understand where my limits are with it as well. So I kind of know if I'm getting to that point again, it's kind of like I need to know my limits of where I can be when I get so frustrated, because I don't like showing my children frustration, and I don't like to bottle it all up and everything else. The coping of it is the function of your brain as well. It's the function of, do you want your children to see you scream? Do you want your children to see you feel so drained you can't cope anymore? No, I don't want them to see that, because they will grow up to say, my mum didn't cope. and my mum couldn't function well. My mum couldn't do this, my mum couldn't do that. I don't want my children growing up knowing that I didn't do that for them. Obviously, I've sat my children down and I've explained to them that I have anxieties and depression and stuff like that, but I've explained it to them in like a children's way and not an adult's way. So yeah, I obviously you know, I just got that function of knowing how to explain it to a child and how to explain it to an adult. But yeah, no, yeah, it's like me saying to myself, would you show your children you're so frustrated? No, I don't think a lot of people would want to, because there is parents out there that have depression and they do yell and scream at their children when they've not even got that help to function of what they've got. Yeah, I have to be, because at the end of the day, it's kind of like they sometimes they can see that I'm having one of my bad days. That they obviously my eldest ones, not my youngest ones, because I try not to show my youngest ones that I'm having anxiety and a depression struggle. But my eldest ones do see it more, so they know that I'm having that issue of my days, and they know how that they have to kind of help me a little bit more when I do have these functional anxieties and depression days, because it's different. It's difficult to function. It is very, very difficult to function when you kind of have living with it every single day, thinking that something's going to do this, something's going to do that. It's like you just got to think positive, and you've got to think I know sometimes everyone kind of says you've got to think positive, you've got to keep going forwards, you've got to keep doing this, you've got to keep doing that. But sometimes that's very, very difficult when you've got it all in your head that something's going to happen. Or, in this world, you know what I mean? You've got to keep the kids safe in the first place anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's not just you have to protect now. Because you've got children, you've got to protect them as well. So, to be honest, if I didn't have the stuff that I had done when I was a kid, I think I wouldn't have had any kind of depression or anxiety or anything like that. If I had a good childhood and everything else, I don't think I would be as of what I am now. If you know what I'm saying. But the thing is, I've got to kind of think that because I had a real crap childhood, do I want that for my children? No, I don't want that for my children. But you still have them off days of where everything all just comes flooding back, and you just can't cope with it, and you just struggle with it with the whole day. You struggle with absolutely everything. So, but yeah, obviously tomorrow I'll be my mental health panel, how people obviously function with theirs, because there's so many kind of things that can start anxieties and depression. It's a massive big what's it called, emotional roller coaster of things going on. It's just one of them up and downs, up and downs, up and downs. And today I've just had that one of them bit of a roller coaster days, you know what I mean? But you know, I've coped with it, and obviously I'm feeling a bit better, but I'm not 100% better, which obviously I will get to that point once I do think if I had a good night's sleep and everything else, which obviously I do think that I'm going to have tonight. I think, you know, tomorrow I will be more functionable, more to want to do things, you know, just be that kind of person that just wants to do what they need to be doing, not chilling on their bums and not wanting to do something. But obviously it you know, when you've got severe anxieties and depression, you know, some days you just don't want to get up and you don't want to do anything. You don't, you know, you look, you think in the back of your head, do I really need to do that? But yeah, you do need to do it, but it's going to be there the next day to do anyway. But have that mental, you know, mental health break one day at a time. Do you know what I mean? But obviously I do have my break times, and I kind of do have days that I have breaks, obviously because of my ex still has sees the children, and he does have them overnight. Well, he doesn't have them overnight, but he has them a couple of hours on a day. But sometimes people do think that that's not enough. He needs to be doing a little bit more to kind of help you out, because just having a couple of hours with the kids is not enough to think that, you know, that's enough for Sarah to kind of have that break as well. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, I've got to live with what I've got, and I'm coping it in different ways. But yeah, I can't say, you know, at the end of the day I'm still here. I'm not thinking bad thoughts, you know, not too many bad thoughts, you know what I mean? I'm not thinking of, you know, and stuff like that, because at the end of the day I live for my children, and that's how it stands. But you know, with my past, everyone probably knows about my past now anyway, but but yeah, you know, everyone's just got to live better in themselves than actually think, you know, because sometimes I do actually think, am I doing right or am I doing wrong? You know, but it's a learning, every day is a learning curve for absolutely everybody. Parents, siblings, cousins, nephews, you know, nieces, everything. Do you know what I mean? It's just a learning curve for absolutely everybody in this world. But me learning about how to cope with my anxieties and depression, I had to learn that. I didn't do it by myself, because obviously I do kind of have therapy and counselling anyway, which obviously they do help, but it's my coping mechanism is that what helps me, knowing that I can actually cope with having all this going on in my life and what's happened in my life. But yeah, it's just one of those things that everyone's just got to kind of live with, but then put it right to the back of your head, and you've got to move forwards. Everyone needs to move forwards, but I do try, do you know what I mean? I do try to move forwards, but then sometimes I do kind of have them 5 steps back. But then obviously it's, you know, you just got to keep moving forwards and keep thinking positive thoughts and stuff like that. But then today I've just had one of them days that I just haven't had one positive thought. Obviously with having been so fatigued and everything else, it's obviously my mental health's just plummeted a little bit, do you know what I mean? But obviously with taking the tablets that I do take, obviously help me out build as well. So but yeah, obviously, you know, that's my coping mechanism of coping with what I live with every single day, to be honest. I hope everyone understood what I was saying, but yeah. But yeah, obviously my mental health panel will be up tomorrow. So if everyone is wanting to come to that, then please do, because obviously it is scheduled for tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. UK time. Obviously I think it's around 2 or 3 o'clock in different places, probably in the morning for some people, do you know what I mean? So it, you know, just obviously press that like button, press the love button, the heart buttons, and hopefully subscribe to my channel, and then everybody will see what I'm doing, where I'm doing, and how I'm doing things. So I'm kind of gonna end the live now because I'm actually struggling to stay awake. So yeah, so please obviously like this live, show some love, and obviously subscribe to my channel, and you'll see more of my lives where obviously we're having more of chats and obviously more having a laugh with people and everything else. But yeah, just be mindful of what you say in the comments, because obviously with my mental health at the moment I cannot deal with somebody throwing some negative crap at me, because I would just block you. I'm not having trolls on my channel, and I will not have any unrespected people on my channel. So yeah, I will say good night to everybody. I'm gonna have hopefully a good night's sleep, and I will see you again tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. So I'll see you then. Bye.